What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got celebrity and we got a bitter baby mom on our hands. Yes, we got a bitter baby mom on our hands, and we haven't done this in a minute. So, man, we got to show out for Queen Daphne. We got to show out for Queen Daphne, man. But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe. So, man, just to give y'all a little context, a father wants to see his kid. But, and mind you, the father is one of Daphne's clients, right? But supposedly, the mother, the bitter baby mom, is playing games with him and pretty much showing how much power she has over him, right? And this is what we see on a daily. We see a lot of women using and holding their kids against the father, using their kids as weapons against their fathers, right? And we already know how that goes. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So the guy's in the green and the woman is in the black. So the guy says, "Can I see my son this weekend?" Then she responds, "For?" Then he responds, "What do you mean for? He's my son. I want to take him out shopping." So then she says, "I have full custody. You can't buy your way into his heart. I'll think about it." Then he responds, "Think about it? I'll call almost every day and you shut me out. I want to take him shopping. I'm asking you nicely. I haven't seen him since January. Please." So then she responds, "I said I'll think about it. Stop begging. It makes you look weak." So then he responds, "I'll be that for my son. You love having this control so you can clown me for wanting to be in his life." And see, that's what I'm talking about with black women, right? This is a black woman all day. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Black women will sit up here and say most black men don't take care of their kids. A lot of your black women will say black men ain't shit, black men deadbeats, black men this, black men that. But then when we have proof to show you that black men, mind you, first of all, 70% of black men are in the child's lives. 70 to 75% of black men are in the children's lives. So we're going to nip that in the bud. Secondly, when it comes down to a black man being in a child's life, he's feeding them, taking care of them, taking them to the hospital, all of that good shit. So the fact that we have proof, the fact that we know, black women know that black men want to take care of their kids, but we all know that black women have the power, or women in general have the power to hold their kids against the father. And we see, and we try to act like there's nothing wrong with that. And black women will try to defend that behavior. And I see it a lot on TikTok. This is how hypocritical a lot of your sisters tend to be. I see it a lot on TikToks, a lot on my TikTok. A lot of your women, a lot of you people like to jump on my page. And Summer Walker, she has a child by one man. She knew he wasn't shit. Still had a child by him. Now you're a single mother, right? Then you go grab another guy, and then I think she had twins with that guy or whatever. They broke up before the kids even came, right? And I'm sitting over here saying, sis, you're putting yourself in this position. You need to take control over who you let in your womb. A lot of people will sit up here and say, well, why you keep saying that? It takes two. Look, black women always say it takes two to make a baby. But how is it takes two to make a baby, i.e. this situation, but the woman can sit over here and use a kid as a weapon? But I thought it took two people. I thought it took a man and a woman to have a child. So they both should have an equal say-so. But over here in America, you're not gonna have the equal say-so as a man, right? So women and people only use the, well, it takes two argument in order to leverage themselves in an argument, in order to use that as an excuse in an argument. But it's like we have far too many examples of men trying to be in their kids' lives because it took two to make the damn child, but the woman is sitting over here holding the kid and using the kid as a weapon towards the man. But once again, these are the same women that sit up here and say it takes two, men need to take responsibility. Yes, men need to take responsibility, which means the woman and the man has an equal say-so. But over here in America, it doesn't work that way. Sit up here, call this man deadbeat, but then you have proof that this man is trying to get in this kid's life, and you are sitting up here holding him back. You're holding this kid back from the father. But yet, this will probably be the same woman that will sit up here and say, my baby daddy ain't shit, my baby daddy this, my baby daddy that. We always hear it through sisters, all the time. So then he says, I know he wants to see me. He called me from his school. Let me see my son. So then she responds, called you from school? You telling me this now? All of a sudden now, you really won't see him since you doing shit behind my back. Leave me alone. Then he responds, please. Then she says, no, we will try again next month. You need to cool down. What does he need to cool down from? What the does he need to cool down from if he's trying to see his kid? Any man will be upset if you're a woman, if you're a bitter baby mom at that, holding his kid from him and he wants to see his kid. How does he need to cool down? Ridiculous, man. Oh, but only in the black community. So then he responds, what if I pay the bill for you? Pick the bill and I'll pay it. So then she puts a bunch of laughing faces, and then she says, and then what? Then he responds, you let me see my son Saturday. So then she says, okay, my gas bill is $234. You can cash at me $235. And the reason they say that, man, is because they're gonna, with cash at, man, for whatever reason, somebody can see you $100. They're gonna try to take a dollar or two out. I hate that, but hey, whatever. So then he says, okay, deal, sending now. So the fact that this man has to go out his way to send you money just to see his kid, and he's probably already paying child support, that's ridiculous. That is freaking ridiculous. And like I said, you see that a lot in the black community amongst your sisters. This stuff be pissing me off, man. This shit right here just pissing me off, man, because shouldn't no man have to go through that just to see his kid? Shouldn't no man have to pay his baby mom's rent or whatever just to see his kid? He hasn't seen his kid since January. But you know what? Hey, in order to see your kid, you're gonna have to pay some of it. You're gonna have to pay some of my rent. What? And somehow black women will still find that okay. Somehow some sisters will still make excuses as to why that sister needed to do that. Somehow sisters will still find a way to demonize this man. Oh, well, he probably don't take care of his kids. So then she responds, I had an attitude the entire time. I clowned you and told you we could try this again next month. The old you would cuss me out and threaten me. The old you would accept me saying, try again next month. So she's been doing this. So she's been a bitter baby mom. Dude, oh my gosh. But yet somehow, some freaking how, your black women make it seem as if they're the victims in this situation. As if they're always doing right by the kid and by the father. And the father's the only one doing wrong. Instead, you was willing to do whatever it took to see him this weekend. You're changing, and this is what I've been asking for. You can get him the entire weekend. I'll see you Friday. No, this is what you've been asking for. I'm pretty sure he's been asking you to stop being a bitter baby mom. Now, listen, I shouldn't have to change my attitude towards you in order to see my kid. That is bitter baby mom vibes, bro. So then he says, man, thank you. I'm trying over here. Been getting counseling and working extra hours. I appreciate this. See you Friday. Should no man have to go through that? I don't care what nobody say. Should no man have to go through that? Oh, well, it seems like he had issues. Great. Not affecting the kid. It's not affecting the kid. The only reason she's keeping that kid away from him is because she has issues with the man. But I never seen a man try to keep his kid away from the mother, and the mother's begging to see him. But see, if a man does that, society's gonna jump on that man. Allow that little boy to see his mama, this and that, and the third. Double standards. We can allow women and black women to be destructive and be disrespectful, bitter baby moms, but when a man does something, we gotta somehow demonize this man. It makes no sense to me, man. It makes no sense. Shouldn't no man have to go through this at all? Shouldn't no man have to go through this? But it's mainly your black men having to deal with this through your black women. But like I said, a lot of your black women will still come to this sister's defense. Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.